Come see the all-new Mazda CX-90, now on sale at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So who has the password?
I don't know. We're all kind of locked out of a system that we kind of need here.
Is there something we don't know?
I don't know.
It's Fawn.
It's Fawn. Yeah, Fawn.
That's an easy one to remember.
For those at the back end of 9 News this morning who then ran with us down the hallway, Johnny ended it by showing he's a monster.
Well,
Pretty much. Yeah.
well, wow. Wow. Yeah.
Are y'all going to show the thing?
That was so bad. Not anymore. I don't know what you just said.
There was a fawn, a baby deer that was lost on the interstate in traffic. They stopped traffic,
Yeah,
saved the deer.
Saved him.
Yeah.
Saved him.
Great.
Good job.
And this is
And then Johnny
July.
says, come December, it'll be big enough to hunt. What in the world is wrong with you?
This is the sportsman's paradise.
Oh, God, you're a
It's
monster.
representing all the
Monster.
Yeah.
Have you seen
It's
Bambi?
like getting ready
Monster.
for deer gumbo is what it is.
This is why you are not allowed to babysit my kids.
Right.
He's like,
Dad,
that's why I
guess what?
technically did it.
That's not the only reason.
Oh, no.
So welcome to the Plus, everybody. 9 News Now, every Monday through Friday with horror stories like that, but also a little bit of probably what you need to know, including that forecast right
I
there.
like that sky, though, over there.
Yeah, we'll see if Liz can maybe pop that up for you for a second. Johnny, give
There
you a
you
look.
go.
Yeah, there you can see we've got some of the crepuscular rays breaking through the clouds this morning. Yeah, I know. I always struggle with that word myself. But just Scott and I camera view on top of Our Lady of the Lake. We have been tracking a little bit of rain overnight and early this morning. I'll give you a look at it on our First Alert Radar Network. You can see some showers near and east of Amite at this hour, moving off to the east. Metro Baton Rouge, we're mainly dry right now, but also keeping an eye on showers and a few storms kind of near Alexandria this morning, dropping to the east-southeast. Looks like that'll probably start to impact parts of the area as the morning wears on and maybe spur some additional development. Kind of a key message both today and tomorrow. You could get rain at almost any point in the day. Best chances will be during the afternoon, but there will be some during the morning, even some lingering in the evening and during the nighttime hours. Very warm outside yet again this morning. Baton Rouge, Gonzales, 82. Houma, Patterson, 81. These mornings where we're just not getting below 80 degrees, it's pretty crazy how many of those we've seen this summer. So temperatures near 90 at noon. I've got rain chances up to about 40% by lunchtime. And those chances hitting about 70% this afternoon. I think highs will top out in the low 90s for most of us. Could sneak into the mid 90s in a few neighborhoods. Let's give you a look at Futurecast, what it does with rains today. So you can see how it kind of takes some of that energy up around Alexandria and generates some additional storms near north of the state line at noon. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there probably will be a little more rain farther south than what is shown. So scattered storms at noon. And we'll continue to see them develop into the afternoon, much like yesterday. So here we are, 3 o'clock. Pause it again at 5 o'clock, and then watch, even hanging on to some of these storms potentially right on into the evening at 8 o'clock. And I do hold on to some rain chances even during the overnight on the order of 30%. We can't rule out an isolated strong storm, so the Storm Prediction Center does have a 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather area-wide. Some locally heavy rain could also be in the mix. 1 out of 4 marginal risk of flooding. So we're not talking about anything widespread, no widespread flooding, no widespread severe weather, but isolated stuff possible. High pressure right now centered out to our west. Disturbances rotating around the eastern periphery, impacting us with good rain chances. But late this week, the high starts building back overhead. You know what that means. It's going to get hot once again. In terms of the rainfall over the next few days through Thursday morning, generally lighter as you go west of Baton Rouge, but we're looking at totals that could range from anywhere 1 to 2 inches across much of the area. So rain chances today and tomorrow, 70%. Keep the umbrella handy, but starting to fall by Wednesday down to 40% by Wednesday. High already up to 95, and then late this week on into the weekend, here comes the heat again as rain chances drop to 20 to 30%. Those highs could very well hit the upper 90s once again. All right, we've had some traffic troubles this morning. Let's get an update, see if we're doing any better. Here's Johnny.
It was a little disturbing because we, first of all, had a vehicle by itself against the retaining wall. You can kind of see some scarring. Don't know if that's from that vehicle or not. It looks a little high, but nonetheless, a vehicle pulled off to the far left, either had a medical emergency and slammed into the wall or slammed into the wall and injured themselves. Nonetheless, the ambulance came, they took the driver away, the tow truck came and took the car away, and now all lanes are open. We pray that for good news from that driver. Needless to say, the I-12 westbound traffic has gotten a lot better, no longer backed up to Jubin. It's just right before Pete's Highway to right past the Range Overpass, so a good drive in. And a couple of flight delays on American going to DFW. Check your airline for more on that. We kind of capsule our morning big ticket items for you and give you really a kind of a synopsis of what you might have missed if you were too busy to kind of pay attention to 9 News this morning. We do it here every morning at 7 o'clock. And for that, Matt and Liz.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm glad you mentioned airport delays because cancellations and delays was kind of the name of the game over the weekend for people kind of traveling in and out of the northeast region of the country because of severe weather.
It is, so they've been dealing with this since Sunday. Really, this weather system really kind of blew in there Sunday, and they're expecting more of it again today, Liz. So when it stacks up on, I mean, this is bad enough already.
Yeah.
And so we're talking, depending on where you are, from New York to Pennsylvania, up into Vermont, you have some folks calling the amount of rain they got in a short amount of time one of those 1 in 1,000 year storms.
Yeah.
Look, these things, that kind of, it gets thrown around a lot these days. Look, we've had it down here, that kind of deal. What's to come today? It's already claimed one life, and now more of the same to come today.
We're tracking all of that from New York to Pennsylvania to Connecticut. It's just all over, so we'll let you know what happens.
Okay, so that's a headline grabber, right? Coast to coast. This is grabbing headlines now from Colorado to Louisiana.
Yeah, we need you to take a really close look at these children's faces here. 4 children believed to be endangered, kidnapped by their own parents.
Yeah. Right.
How about it? We actually have a photo of their parents here.
So this is dad.
Yeah.
Right? This here, mom.
We're hearing from a county sheriff's office there, Arapahoe County in Colorado. They're putting out that kind of APB that be on the lookout for this family here. They're trying to make sure that these kids are safe, depending on whether they're going to be in Louisiana or along that route from Colorado to Louisiana. But we're talking about 4 precious children that they want to make sure are safe.
The vehicle they're asking to look out for, it's a 2005 Honda Pilot, right? A gold 2005 Honda Pilot. They believe that's the mom's car. And so if you see the vehicle, if you see the adults here, if you see any of the kids, it's a phone, who do you call, what number, what? The easiest number ever is 911.
Yes.
Make that phone call. They'll get the information to where it needs to be. They listed a few other numbers that folks can call. 911.
Easiest.
Exactly right. Share that story. It's waiting for you right there. Boy, this story, a woman found dead in her vehicle, West Feliciana Parish?
Yeah, this happened Sunday morning. Sheriff Brian Smillen in East Feliciana Parish saying that his deputies found her in her vehicle at about 11 o'clock Sunday morning, just north of St. Francisville. We don't exactly know who she is yet. We don't know how she ended up in the circumstance or exactly when she ended up there, but we've reached out to the sheriff's office trying to get some more details on that. As soon as we know, we're going to pass them along to you right here.
How about this right here? Now, we've seen this a lot in Baton Rouge. Well, a lot. Well, you know what? Yeah, over the last year or so, stunt driving and performing on Baton Rouge roads. Police say they were going to try and crack down, and well, there you go.
Yeah, over the weekend, Baton Rouge police on-duty officers making citations, towing vehicles. You can see, 26 of them. 22 citations, 2 misdemeanor summons, even 1 felony arrest. 1 gun was seized in all of this. And this is just one of these events where people are coming to town, causing trouble. And we get the calls in the newsroom about this. I saw this in my neighborhood. I heard it all night. This kept me up. It's happening not only in one pocket, but it just moves all around town.
That's what they do. And so PD, SO, state troopers, all trying to get their hands on this, and this was a big number of arrests over the weekend. It will continue to happen, I'm sure, but the whole idea is to knock it down as much as they can, which is what they did right there. Oh, hey, this is going on today. It's been a minute since it was Baton Rouge Press Club. They were off a week. Was it July 4th? I guess so. Back at it now with the good doctor stepping up to the mic.
How about it? State Health Officer Dr. Joseph Cantor. You saw his face a lot during the coronavirus pandemic. Today, though, he's talking specifically about childhood vaccination rates and how that's impacting children, especially as we kind of tackle this before the school year gets going. So if you'd like to attend, doors open at Drusilla Seafood Catering, 11:30 today.
One more thing, if you would like to attend, talking about crime and crime data and a brand new tool kind of being rolled out. This is the conversation going on up at the Bluff, actually, the SU Law Center atrium. Yeah,
so if you're interested in attending, 11:30 today, make it on out there. It's going to last until 2 p.m. They're talking about that data reporting tool when it comes to crime. if you're interested, head on over.
There it is, right there waiting for you. Okay, this was, look, we kind of jokingly talked about it today, jokingly, right? Major League Baseball draft. It was never truly a question of like if.
Yeah.
The two LSU Tigers were going to be going like top, 1 and 2. It really was a matter of who. And I think for some folks it changed. It was Dylan Cruz going 1, Paul Skeens going 1, Dylan Cruz. We got the answer Sunday night. Skeens, Cruz.
How cool was it?
Very cool.
First time in history
Right,
for
for the same
LSU,
team.
right?
For any school. First time any school's gone 1-2.
So Paul Skeens get picked up by the Pittsburgh Pirates, the very first name to be called there with his family and friends getting called, and then Dylan Cruz being picked up by the Washington Nationals.
There it is.
I thought that was so cool to see. LSU fans are so loyal, you know they're going to be followed for their entirety of their career, but that wasn't just it.
No, absolutely not. You had, of course, Ty Floyd go in the first round. It was like the extended first round. For those who follow the draft, you kind of know what that is, the 38th pick.
Yeah.
And so what happens in day 2 today? It's rounds 3 through 10. We'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, it's so much fun having followed these guys throughout their college career, and now you get to follow them their major league career. And these are the type of guys you think are going to have a pretty quick impact wherever they end up, wherever they go.
I tell you what, LSU Baseball's Twitter page, a fun place to follow for
really
all of the things happening. The reaction videos, too. It was so great to see last night as the draft was happening.
That was kind of a surprise story about Kim Mulkey, too, with the carotid artery cleanup.
The blockage.
Good gracious, 95% blocked.
So she was talking about, doctors saying it could have led to something obviously a lot worse, potentially a heart attack, that kind of thing. But double stent, she says.
Taken care of.
Yeah.
Well, usually what you have with that is stroke with it, then
So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're praying for you, Kim.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so as we get out there, I think you said mowing on Thursday is going to be the best bet?
Yeah, so guess what? It'll be drier, but you're really going to be sweating even more once we dry out. So, yeah, we've got good rain chances, especially today and tomorrow. Drier late this week, which means the upper 90s could be back.
Consider.
All right, so tell me about the fawn again, Johnny. How do you feel about them?
Look.
Painted to be a monster.
We have 3 seconds, and I'm not doing anything but saying, we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Bye.
Well, it's more than 3 seconds.
Smooth handling and smart interior styling. Just 2 reasons why the all-new Honda CR-V was once again named a Car and Driver's 10 best trucks and SUV list. Come see your new CR-V today at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Seagan Lane.